the difference between somebody making 100K cash months and somebody making 300K cash months is vastly different. And I changed when I went from making 100K cash months to 300K cash months in a really, really big way. And welcome back to the Freedom Queen podcast, by the way. I am driving in my car. I'm getting ready to go to Canada for an amazing weekend just for me to pour into my own cup. I'm doing this. I have so many projects running inside of Freedom Queen, and I'm really excited to bring them all forward. It's just, it's amazing. And then Sunday night, I'm having a Freedom Queen Canada dinner at a luxury hotel, which is going to be amazing. So I'm very excited. So I changed when I went to 300K cash months, and so many unexpected things happened. One of the biggest things that changed is my happiness skyrocketed. I became very self-aware of my emotions and the quality of my life. When I went to 300K cash months, I decided that I was really going to build something extraordinary, but I wasn't just going to build it from a place of I want to make money and I just want to hit milestones, which I've never done. It's always been from the heart and the soul of Freedom Queen. But I really put effort into my quality of life. And your quality of life is determined by your internal identity. How you see yourself is how you see the world. And so I really put a huge emphasis on my quality of life, my emotional intelligence, my inner power, and my internal identity, how I see myself. And that changed everything. So when I went to 300K cash months, one of the number one things I noticed is that my happiness increased and my awareness of my emotions increased, because I had to, what I really did was I raised my BS tolerance. My BS tolerance went through the roof because I could not take and hold people that were BSing, fake energy, fake relationships, lying to themselves, disrespecting me, disrespecting other people, lying in their marketing. Like everything that I had previously maybe put up with or I had not acknowledged, I just started calling out. And I really had to actually look at my life and say, are you being the Freedom Queen? I had to look at myself and say, are you actually drinking the medicine that you give to everyone else? Are you really being free? And I realized from 100K to 300K cash months, I was still, at 100K cash months, I wasn't as free as I could be. And I think a part of the journey too is like, I'm going to $1 million cash months now, and I notice it again. It's like freedom, setting yourself free, being the queen of your life, breaking free of things that constraints that you have, people, relationships, emotions, patterns, habits. Like you break free at every new level, and you remove the veil, and you find out who you really are and what you can be, and you step into that next level. And that was one of the biggest things. It's like my BS tolerance just skyrocketed because I no longer had the capacity to put up with other people and how they navigated life. Because I was optimizing for greatness. I was doing extraordinary things like I always do. I feel like I'm always going for it just because it's so much easier to, and I'm going to be making some content around this. But that was one of the biggest things. Another really big thing outside of happiness and emotional intelligence when I went from 100K cash months to 300K cash months is my own levels of self-leadership and awareness. So I became very aware, even more so, and I already was aware, but I think it's like a different level. I started to really see people and patterns for the truth. Again, freedom, like raw, real. The truth will set yourself free. I began to see the truth behind a lot of different people and the way they moved. And I started to notice patterns of people that aren't successful in a bigger way. And I started to really see influence, power, why some people move some ways, why other people don't move other ways. I started to see I started to see people like move like a flock of birds or like sheep, and I was like a herd, and I was like, what are you doing? Like you're the lion, not the deer. You're the lion on the field. You are the one with the power. You're this beautiful lion who's strong and moves with grace. You're not a frantic, scared deer in the field. And that's what that's how a lot of women move energetically. They say they're the lion, but they're actually the deer inside. They're so afraid. And so that shows how they move. And what I mean by that is they flock. Like they're like, oh, that person is blowing up, so I need to hop on top of her. Oh, that person is changing her strategy, so I need to hop on top of her. And I had previously been able to see it at 100K cash months, but at 300K cash months, it was like a level of knowing and, oh my gosh, this is really happening. It was happening at a level in which I was not okay with seeing, because what I saw was so many women not in their power. I could see it like that. And I became, over the next 8 months, and really I would say in the last like 3 months, really since Freedom Queen Live, I've been obsessed with teaching women power and influence and becoming an unshakable leader and teaching them how to exude power and not let things get to them. This is why we ran Fall February, because gosh, so much of scaling a business, and like if you want to go big, and obviously if you're in Freedom Queen, we're talking about multi-6-figure cash months, like the amount of money that my clients make is unheard of. Like people in the normal world are like, what? Like one of my clients just bought a house, and the realtor was like, okay, so you make that per year? And they were like, no, she's like, no, I make that per month. And then he Googled her and he's like, what's a Freedom Queen? Like, what is that you're a part of? She's like, yeah, I'm a Freedom Queen. This is what we do. And it's not normal, but the reason why this is really possible is because women have the power to wake up the world. Like this work is life-changing. It's changed my life. I saw people making posts and things and saying stuff like, I've heard people say like, I'm quitting the coaching industry, and obviously they're not quitting coaching. They're just like making a statement, and I love that. But I also think I like to play the other side and say like, I'm not quitting the coaching industry. Like I love the coaching industry. Like I love coaches. I love mentors. I love all of it, because it has changed my life. Like women believing in other women, gosh, and you can change people's lives, and you can become a multimillionaire out of it. And if that just doesn't teach you anything about wealth, I don't know what will. Like this is wealth making 101. So many people in God, like we talk about this, it's like you pour into other people, law of reciprocity will return to you. And so many people are like, I'm not making money. It's like, well, stop making it be about yourself. Just go pour into other people. Go provide more value in the marketplace, and you will be rewarded for it. And so that too is also a really big shift for me, alongside of teaching women how to be more powerful, how to own who they really are, how to own their power, what they're bringing to the world. I've also brought forward so many new programs that are around my zone of genius. Like I love teaching on the unspoken conversation, around energetics, around being a woman of influence, a woman of power, around being a woman, around how to create queen messaging, around being known and famous for your unique work that you do with people, around qualitative movements that are luxurious, not these like cheap coaching businesses. And what I've seen is my income skyrocket because I'm operating in category of one. Like this is what I am here to do. And so many people are teaching to 100K cash months, like things that they don't even want to be selling on. And really, quite frankly, things that they aren't even embodied in. You cannot teach something that you're embodied in and have that last for a long time. You have to move to the place where you are teaching on things that you are actually the go-to expert in. Like you can eat, sleep, and breathe this. I say it hits 3 categories: your passion, your purpose, and your profit. So passion, you're obsessed with it, right? It's like you can't fall asleep at night because you're so passionate about it. You love this topic. Purpose, you're actually good at the thing that you're teaching on. You're an expert in it. and profit. It's actually profitable. Like, you can position this body of work so that it makes you money. People will pay for this work. And with those combined, you're going to make so much money. But usually people just focus on one. They just focus on profit. And so then, but then they don't have passion behind it. And so they're not excited about it, but they might be really good at it. So they might have profit and purpose. So they're good at it, and it's profitable. They can make money off of it, but they're not passionate about it. So they're not happy. And then on the other side, it might be profitable and they might be passionate about it, but they suck at it. They're not actually embodied in that thing. I see that one. I actually see that one and the other one more than anything. Very rarely do I see someone who is passion and on purpose and it's not profitable. Rarely do I find a movement, because for me, when we really position your way as the way, and like this is the method, this is the world that you're bringing people into, this is what you're known for, you make money. It's very rare that I see that is the case. But when you have all three, passion, purpose, and profit, you're unstoppable. And so for me, going to 300K cash months, I doubled down on those three categories. And I became the luxury high-end mentor for women who also wanted to build luxury movements. And to me, I've just been owning this so much. Luxury is not an aesthetic. I think a lot of times when people think, oh, I'm going to build a luxury brand, oh, well, I'm not luxury. You don't have to be luxury. Luxury, if you look up the definition of it right now, I want you to Google it. The definition of luxury is different. It's exclusive. It is something unique and special. Something that is a luxury could be going and flying first class, but also a luxury could be it's a Thursday afternoon at 11 a.m. and I'm in clothes that aren't luxury. I look beautiful and I don't have any calls today. What a luxury, right? A luxury is spending a Saturday afternoon with your family by the campfire. A luxury is having a moment on a call with your client where you both are crying your eyes out because how much you love each other and how much you've grown in that mentorship. So I leaned so much more into luxury. And I think, again, people are like, I don't want to be luxury. It's like, well, I think you have the wrong idea of what luxury is. Luxury is about depth. High end is about depth. It's about relationships. It's about quality over quantity. And that's how I scaled Freedom Queen in the first place, is through relationships to 100K cash months. But even more so when I doubled down on it, that's when I really saw 300K cash months coming in. And then at Freedom Queen Live, we had a 465K cash month. But what's so cool is that was amazing, 465K cash. And one of the days out of the month was a multi-six-figure cash day. But the thing is that like the way I'm making money now is even easier. So we're doing 300K cash months now, and I'm not hosting, like I'm not putting on an event right now. I'm putting on an event in November. So November, who knows, November could be a multi-million-dollar cash month. But what I'm saying is like I'm not hosting an event this month. Like I'm not putting on Freedom Queen Live and I'm doing 300K cash months. So I was telling Robbie, I'm like, really right now I'm having my highest cash months, although the 465K cash month at Freedom Queen Live was my highest cash month. I was also doing something which is fantastic and fabulous, but there's something to say about I'm like so free living my life. I'm really relaxing. I'm having so much fun. My family's coming to visit me next weekend in Costa Rica. Robbie and I laid in bed until like 10 a.m. this morning, or 9 a.m. and then we went into the sauna in our garage, and like that is a luxury. And I'm making money off of payments and programs that I want to be selling. That's a luxury. And so I leaned into this so much going to 300K cash months, and that it just changed my life. It changed everything. It changed my happiness. It changed my joy. It changed the way I see the world. It changed how I navigate challenges. Like I can navigate challenges like a queen. Like ruling my castle, taking care of my family, loving myself, caring for the people, like the depth that I've gone to in the last 6 months, it has really it's just changed. So I'm so happy that I decided to wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm going to become a bigger version of myself, and I'm going to go to 300K cash months. And I'm doing the same thing right now as I go to $1 million cash months. These are things that I don't just teach you to do, but I deeply embody myself so that I can extract the wisdom and learn it for you and bring it forward and have better programs and just constantly improve the quality of what does it mean to be a Freedom Queen, and what does it mean to be in the Freedom Queen universe. And so those were some of the biggest things that changed. Other things that changed were my client relationships, like the depth that I have with them, the relationships that we have. It's insane. My client wins, like my clients are the people making the most in this industry. The people that hire me, a lot of industry leaders, people that I've known for a really long time are hiring me, and you don't even realize it. Like a lot of their content, a lot of their launch plans are made up by my content and marketing and messaging with them, and that is just fantastic that they're banking and living their life. And my team changed, my happiness changed, my health changed. I have a whole post going on about that. Like my skin health changed, my skin got clear, like everything changed. And I am so excited for you because I know that you are on this journey of your greatest evolution. I always say you get paid to evolve, and I'm so excited. I love being your mentor. I love being the woman who is also out on her own adventure, her own journey, shoulder to shoulder, side by side. I love looking over at you and saying, let's freaking go. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. And I'm so grateful, and just grateful of this life that we get to live. And I'm very looking forward to seeing the next move that you make. So Freedom Queen, I love you. I can't wait to see you making multi-6-figure cash months. I'm so ready for you to be making multi-6-figure cash months. It's not even funny. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.